So Trevor, welcome to Diamante 23. Congratulations for great performance yesterday. Man, you were looking sharp.
Yeah, command was a little bit off, but I felt good defensively. A lot of people there, pitch breaks were there. Just taking a couple starts to use the altitude command wise, but good day. It's fun.
What about how do you compare the altitude from here from?
Score feels similar. I've only pitched there a couple times. That was a while back. This is definitely the highest I've pitched at, and the most severe change in pitch shape. So I don't think it's getting used to for sure.
Does it affect you, for example, like when you're climbing stairs or like, like do you feel like out of breath?
Yeah. I had to alter my warm up a little bit, take a little bit more time in between the things that I was doing just to make sure my heart rate didn't go crazy. Even just like laying in bed sometimes, like my heart rate will start going like, oh yeah, I have to like, breathe more. So I think I'll get used to it. It'll take a couple weeks. But, it didn't really bother me in the game.
Right. What you were talking about, like the height of your path.
Yeah.
Like what do you like? I know that you are like a mad science stuff like pitching. So how can you describe that? How can you explain to like the regular fan how does it really affect?
Okay, so the best I can do.
Okay.
This is the ball,
Okay.
and the hitter's trying to hit the bottom of it, hit a home run.
Okay.
Right? If this ball has 20 inches of width like it normally does,
Okay.
yesterday only had 12, but 8 inches difference. So if the bat normally hits here, then the ball is 8 inches lower than the bat hitting on top of it.
Exactly.
Which is why you saw like 4 or 5 ground balls. Normally I get a lot of pop-ups.
Okay.
Yesterday a lot of ground balls.
So that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Kept the ball in the ballpark, but some of the swings and misses that I normally get on fastballs turned into hits.
Right.
Because the ball didn't get past the barrel. So.
Was that that ground ball in the middle, like the first hit you got?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, you're a freak, man. How do you do it?
I just study a lot. I spent, I played baseball my entire life since I was, I can't even remember, 2 years old or whatever. And I'm more of a nerd than a baseball player, so I look at baseball, I just try to learn something new every single day. And I'm 33 now, I have 30 years of experience doing that, and I've learned a lot from a lot of different people along the way.
Now, how are you going to do with like the data and all the analytics and information from Mexico? There's not all the resources, there's not like all the resources, the TrackMan, the Rapsodo here in the Mexican League ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, the Diablos have a lot of good data, very, very quality. I've already looked at some TrackMan numbers. They have some good scouting reports. I'm not sure if all the stadiums can have it, but I can show up to pitch with no data.
Right.
Obviously, I would prefer to have it to be the absolute best I can possibly be, but you can put me on Mars in a spacesuit playing baseball, and I'd find a way to win the game. So.
Is that a challenge for you thinking about Mexico here?
Yeah, it's new. It's new. Yeah. So anything new is a challenge.
Right.
Different league, different hitters, different circumstances, fields, different food and recovery and all that kind of stuff. And so I just look at that as a learning opportunity. I have a chance of improving my game somehow, learning from the guys who've done it before, picking up new tricks and techniques to hope I'm a better pitcher after the end of the game.
A lot more data in Japan.
More data, but it's still inconsistent. Some parts didn't have TrackMan, some parts did. Some teams share the data with other teams, some teams don't. So yeah, a lot more data. Probably not quite as much in an MLB, but also kind of inconsistent data. Okay. And only 12 teams.
Okay.
So less total numbers.
Exactly. So tell me about you were talking about the food recovery. So what's your food recovery here? Tacos of what? Like are you a taco fan?
Yeah, I like tacos. I like burritos. I'm a huge ceviche fan.
Okay.
So I've had some good ceviche while I've been here so far. Sweet plantains.
Okay.
Very good.
Love that.
I like Mexican food. I eat Mexican food all the time.
Good.
And there's no better place to get it than Mexico.
Yes, you're in the right place. What recommendations can you give me for Yokohama if I want to go and eat in Yokohama?
Oh, Yokohama, you got to go to Midtown Barbecue. So that's it's a very good, like, American barbecue place.
Don't take me to a gringo
hold on.
Okay.
So that was one of my favorite spots. And then you have to try the sushi.
Of course.
I mean, there's a couple places there I can't pronounce.
Okay.
But there's a couple of really good quality, like Michelin star sushi spots.
Okay.
You sit down, the chef cuts everything. The fish is fresh.
Yeah.
Wrote it hot that morning.
Okay.
Oh, so good.
Okay. I'll be there in August, so I'll make sure that I'm gonna text you to get some good recommendations.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go to Yokohama and
what are you going for? Baseball?
Yeah, for baseball.
Nice.
Yeah, to do some baseball.
So have you been before?
Yeah.
Okay. The games there are so fun for the fans.
I was gonna ask you that. Like this, it's just so like one of the things that I like that you were talking about yesterday, and we were talking about in the media conference, is that the fun and the atmosphere of baseball is so different than MLB. Like what you can see here in Mexico, in the Pacific League, in the winter ball, in Japan, it's so different. Like how do we take these and translate it to America? It's a hard job.
I have been thinking about this for the last year.
Yeah.
And I don't have any great solutions, but I think the more people in America can see what baseball in other countries is like, the more they can experience being in the crowd, whether they're actually physically there or just seeing videos of it, the more they'll want to do it because it's just so fun. You can't come to a game like yesterday and walk away saying anything but that was a blast.
It's possible. Yes, it was a blast yesterday. And I'm gonna tell you something. I think that everything that went with you and everything around you, like that's probably a positive thing of like the entire thing. Like you got to experience international baseball, and obviously you want to get back to the big leagues, you want to compete at the highest level, but you're bringing a little bit to that huge audience that is supporting you. Do you feel that fans?
Yeah, absolutely. The fans have been great everywhere I've been. In America, in Japan, here in Mexico, when I've traveled in places, all the fans, I love the content, I love the baseball, I hope to see you playing again. So I really thank the fans for it. They've been great. And I love the fans. I do as much as I can with content to try to entertain the fans. I have a video coming out later this week of the start yesterday, the lead up to it, the studying the data before the game, and mic'd up in the bullpen during the game, and like talking to teammates. Hopefully give young kids an experience of like what it's like to be in an atmosphere like that. Hopefully give the fans that come to watch, they don't get to be in the dugout, a chance to feel what it's like to be in the dugout. And hopefully the fans like
a little friend told me that you were like this close to go to Venezuela and play for La Guaira with us.
Well, I didn't know about it if I was.
Okay.
Maybe in the future.
Maybe we have to ask Rick.
She's around here somewhere.
But is that something that gets your interest, like going and playing winter ball, especially like after all the hype of like having Ohtani and winning for La Guaira in Venezuela, great team with Ronald Acuña playing there and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd like to see. I want to see international baseball everywhere. I mean, I got to play in Puerto Rico with the Indians back in 2018, I think. Obviously, got to play in Japan, down here in Mexico. I'd love to go see Dominican Republic and Venezuela.
We're gonna go to Venezuela, play with Águilas.
Yeah, there's so many great baseball traditions and promotions around the world. So, Águilas, that's the team.
Águilas, that's cool. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's gonna be
early recruiting here.
Oh, I'm gonna pick you there. Águilas, that's will be there with you. So great to you there, and best food in the country, best warm weather. You'll go. Look, I gotta ask you about like how hard is baseball right now? What are your thoughts? Like baseball is being tough, the industry is tough for the players. What's going on? What's your perspective?
There's a lot of things that are contributing to it. Guys are, young players are so much better. Guys that are 16 have the skill level that maybe 10 years ago they wouldn't have had until they were 24. So the game's getting younger and younger and younger. Teams are getting more and more analytical, less about the feel of a player in the clubhouse or the kind of soft skill impacts, how they can help teammates. Obviously, the more money coming into the game, there's more money for the players, but there's also more risk for the owners. And so there's a lot of things contributing to it. I don't know. It's sad to see because on one hand, you have players that are really good that should be getting opportunities. On the other hand, you got guys that are young that wouldn't have gotten the opportunities that now are. So it's just changing. And, I grew up with baseball a certain way. I know baseball a certain way. So, of course, I want to see baseball that way. But I think some of the changes that are being made are probably going to be good things in the long run. It's just hard to evaluate right now.
How do you deal with yourself, like, to avoid being disappointed by it?
But I try to, I never played baseball for anything but, my enjoyment of it.
Right.
I get a lot out of it. I enjoy being with my teammates. I enjoy being with you guys trying to win something. I enjoy trying to improve myself, learn something new. So I can do that on YouTube, I can do that in Mexico and the United States and Japan, and then I can do it anywhere. I'd love to go to Europe. Europe. So I've just tried to focus on that and the enjoyment that I get out of playing the game. And you started anything that's money becomes a business.
Right.
When you play as a kid, it's fun. And I've actually been a lot better the last couple of years at seeing the fun in baseball again, because that's the only thing that's been able to keep me going mentally. If I focused too much on the business of it, then I would have hated baseball. And I don't ever want to hate baseball.
Right. No, I'm a big fan of that perspective. I gotta ask you, what do you think about the Ohtani?
I don't know enough information about it. I think, Ohtani is a generational talent. There may never be another baseball player as talented. He's great for the game internationally, in America, and everywhere in the world. So from that perspective, I want to see him play. I love watching the guy play. I think he's great for the game. Obviously, we got to see how the investigation turns out. I would hope that it will presume him innocent until the investigation concludes. I think that was something that wasn't done in my case, but I don't want to see that happen to anybody else. And so I hope everyone can just kind of chill a little bit, let the process play out, and then evaluate it afterwards. But I feel bad for him because regardless, his reputation's been damaged. And, if he had no part in it, then that's not fair to him. And if he did, then he'll face the consequences that, how the investigation is done. So I think people should just wait, let it play out, and see where it goes.
All right. Yes. Let's invite all the fans to keep your track here in the Mexican League for the next few games. Let's focus on the short term. You'll be here. That'll be a great time to see you going around the Mexican League, and I'm going to be following you on Diamante 23.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, all the fans, come out to some games. I'd love to see you. I'd love to talk, sign autographs, hang out. Come have a good time with us.
The man here, Trevor Bauer.